So, Keith, your tomato plants, look at the size of these. These, oh, so yummy.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it's time to think about fall crops in the vegetable garden, cool season vegetables. The fall crops like spinach and lettuce and radishes, they like the cold weather. So starting those in September, about now, you can plant rows of it. In fact, here, let me set my tomato down. I just happen to have a seed packet of spinach
That is
here.
so convenient.
Yep, magic. And you know, you can look on the package of seed and it'll tell you how many days to harvest. Typically it's anywhere from 30 to 50 days on these crops, and so we have plenty of time. They'll take light frost, they'll even take snow. And you do the same thing you did in the spring. You make yourself a little row, or if you like to plant in blocks, it doesn't really matter. Take your seeds. You want to do the honors?
I would. Here, hold my tomatoes.
Okay. Take your seeds and sprinkle them in. There's nothing real scientific about it. And then cover them up really lightly. They don't want to be buried very deeply, just a very light covering of soil. And then keep the bed nice and moist. It's that easy. You do the same thing with radishes, spinach, lettuce. All those nice, cool, short season crops will do just great now.
Any of the garden centers are going to have a full collection of these seeds, so just walk on in there and they can help you out.
And heck, you know, you're going to be in the garden, you might as well eat some of the tomatoes that are growing right next door, right?
Absolutely.
You know, we're also going to do some color in the garden, in the flower garden. So we're going to show you some tips on how to dress up your fall perennial border with some beautiful fall color.
So Keith, you have some great perennials growing in this garden, but it's a little crowded.
Well, you know, some of this stuff like this larkspur is just getting overgrown. There's weeds. So I think what we need to do is thin things out, cut stuff back so that the real stars of the fall border shine through.
Good term.
Yeah.
Fall stars.
Almost
Love that.
poetic.
But I'm kind of wondering about what you gave me to prune with.
Well, you know, I don't want you to hurt yourself.
I don't think I will.
I'll use the big stuff, and you work, because I know you don't want to break a sweat anyway.
Thank you so much. Well, let's get started because we have a lot we need to get cleaned up out of here.
All right, let's get it done. So here we've got a nice clean slate. Where should we add some color?
You know, I like the idea of framing in the bench.
All right, so maybe some mums on either side. We could put some pansies in the front there. So, and what about this bench? Does it need to be moved a little bit?
How does it come forward, don't you think?
Like so. Okay.
Yeah.
The finishing touch is going to be to put some mulch down in the pathway there to really dress it up.
Gives it that finishing touch.
Well, so, what do you think? How do you think we did?
I think it looks fantastic. We spent about half an hour
Yeah.
out here, and we took something that was looking kind of old and tired and freshened it up, and now it looks great. You've created a perfect retreat.
Don't be afraid of cutting things back, pulling things out that no longer look good. They're just plants. They'll grow back. We've cut back the monarda. Now you can see the status and the sedum and the phlox coming through for the fall. On this side, we took out a bunch of that larkspur. Remember how overgrown that was?
It made it look really weedy back here, and now it looks very crisp and clean. And the new color is great.
And then you just finish it off with a nice little coating of mulch, and that just darkens it and really makes the new color, like the flowering kale and the cabbage and the mums, really makes them stand out. And you know what else you can do in the yard to do the same sort of thing? You can do this with your patio pots. I know that I've taken a bunch of the old annuals out of my pots because they were looking really tired and sad. And they were depressing to look at, to tell you the truth.
Right, and these work great. A lot of times people don't want to use perennials in pots, but they work great. Even ornamental grasses, any of that kind of stuff can be added for some additional height.
Well, I'm ready for a glass of tea. How about you?
Let's go. I'm thirsty.
I'm ready.
Hi, this is Chef Mick from Tony's Markets. Hang around, we're gonna make a lovely apple and peach chutney for our grilled chicken.